What's up, YouTube? I am David. Welcome back to my channel. We're doing it again, part 2, guys, of my shop build. We are in it again. Now we're going to go ahead and do the sandblasting cabinet and put it up on a stand. Now I have certain criteria that does have to be met when I'm constructing this cabinet. You have to do it to your liking. I'm doing it for what I have. I have 2 big oil containers that when I'm doing oil changes or anything like that to put oil in, that I'm also going to house in that stand that we're going to build. So I already got my measurements. I mean, I already drew out a quick little. I have a little. Can you guys see it in the camera? Nah, you can't really see it. But I have a little whiteboard, if you will, over there that I write on really quick, and I'm throwing it together just like our miter station here. Same thing. I'm going to throw this one together. It ain't got to be anything special, but I do have criteria of that. Of the oil, those oil containers, they're going to be standing up and sliding underneath it for storage space for them. At least that's the way I think of going. So I don't know. Let's get started. I got my 2x4s lined up here. As for now, I'm just going to take a little block and a nailer, and I'm just going to nail that block and do all my cuts. Like set it up for 32s, 28s, whatever cuts I got to make all my cuts, get them all stacked up, and then we're going to just screw it together. So I got all my pieces cut, obviously, and I started staging them, about to screw it together. That's when I get some quick footage, because I built these tables upside down, and now that the miter station here is built, I have a work surface nice and tall, nice and good for me to work at. Like I said, I like a nice tall table. So like I've always said, rather, I like a nice tall table. So now I'm just going to take time to screw this together. We're going to build it upside down, flip it right side up, take our measurements for the top, head to the panel saw, get it done, throw some screws, put it to the corner, and then move on. So there it is, flipped over. I actually had a piece of OSB that fit right on top. So I was pretty excited about that. Didn't even have to cut anything, just threw it right on top, screwed it down. Now I'm going to do the cabinet on. I'm going to call this project done, throw the stuff underneath. I'll show you guys the finished product, like when the cabinet's up and all of that. We're going to move on to the next project. So here we are. Cabinet's up. Oil containers are underneath. Exactly what I wanted to do. It worked out perfectly. Quick build, simple. Chalk it up is done. We're going to move on to the next project. Okay, and then next project would be, we're going to put a shelf here. I was going to do cabinets, but I'm vetoing the cabinets right now because I really don't actually need a cabinet. I just really need a shelf. And I can use a couple of them up here just to put stuff on. There's a lot of stuff floating around the shop, and I just need a home for it to be at right now and get it up off of my space so I can start functioning a little bit better and deciding where things are really going to go. I'm going to do a 12-inch cabinet here, a 12-inch depth. That's about what I want to work with on this table, to still give myself some room, rather, to work with on this table, along with the fence still that I have to put in and install. But before I put the fence up, I want to go ahead and be able to build the cabinets on this table, slide the cabinets back, put them in place, and then put my fence up and see what kind of room I'm working with between the actual shelf and the fence. And then, I don't know what we're going to put there, maybe screw storage, I have no idea, but we're going to get to the build. We're going to jump right over to the panel saw, and we're going to rip a bunch of OSB down to 12-inch width, or depth for this, and then we're going to bring it back over here, and we're going to cut them all to 42, going to brad nail them up, screw them together, put it back on, and put it back up here. It should be, relatively speaking, a pretty easy build. So let's jump right into it. Let's go. Next project. So as you can see, all the pieces are cut. Panel saw works like a dream. Love that piece of equipment. Now you can see why, because everything happens very fast and these projects turn very easy, very quickly with the panel saw. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy together now and just put it up against this wall. Actually, we're going to put it together, put the backer on it, and then put it up against that wall, drill it to the counter below it, and we're going to be done with this one. And then we're going to move on to the next one on the other side of the radial arm saw and build not the exact same thing, but one a little bit smaller, but same principle. So it's put together. This is what I came up with. I put the 2x4s in place underneath the shelves. I'm not actually going to even put a backer board on. I'm not even going to bother putting one on because this is plenty stable, plenty fine. I'm going to throw some stuff on it, and that's it. And this is going to be done. I'm going to do the exact same side, exact same thing on the other side. But I think it's going to be a 32. And I'll do the exact same thing. I'll put up some 2x4 spacers instead of doing the backer and not do a backer at all. Cement wall's fine. I don't really care, and it's plenty stable. So moving on, let's do the other one. Okay, so this is what we came up with for the other side. Like I said, looks just like the other side. So we're looking good. These are done. The spaces here are very unorthodox. They're not your typical spacing. I literally was just kind of wing it a little bit because some of the things I have are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, so it gives me ample opportunity and room to provide storage for all the crap around the shop. Actually, rather, all the tools around the shop. It's not all crap. Some of it's crap, but not all of it. That being said, here we are. It's done. That's it. We're going to wrap this shelf up. These two shelves are done. We're going to call them complete. Going to start throwing stuff on them and move on to the next project. Before we go, I would like to take this time to remind you guys of always of two different things. Don't forget to take the time to enjoy what it is that you are doing. And don't forget that work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and get after it.